I'm here with Laura Levy. We're talking Wine 101 and the must-have wines and spirits for the holidays.
Absolutely.
So what do people need to have on hand when they're entertaining over the holiday season?
Well, it's important to have something to greet your guests with. That's why I'm always excited about a sparkling wine.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean champagne.
I mean, people would think that this is a champagne because it's sparkling.
Right.
But it's actually all from California, right?
Well, in fact, champagne can only be called champagne when it's from the Champagne region of France.
Oh.
Sparkling wines from all over the world. Almost every wine-growing region has a sparkling wine, some from California. This one is from New Zealand.
Oh.
Kind of unusual. It's the equivalent of what they call in France a Blanc de Blanc, which means it's 100% Chardonnay sparkling wine. It's a wonderful way to greet your guests when they walk in the door, because popping a cork and handing someone a flute of sparkling wine always says festivities.
Right, time to celebrate.
And it also happens to go with a slew of wonderful appetizers, and if you had shrimps or if you had some little cheeses out, even nuts, sparkling wine is a great palate cleanser.
So this is a good appetizer, having people over, let's celebrate that we got a gathering going on kind of drink.
Right.
Okay. Then once you kind of move on to the courses, what do you recommend?
Well, it's nice to go generally lighter to more full-bodied.
Okay.
So usually after a sparkling wine, you can go either to a lighter white or a rosé.
Really?
And it works with food so nicely because it has a little bit of the crispness and freshness of a white wine, but yet a little bit more of the fruitiness of a red wine. So it's really, really nice. Generally, rosé wines are not aged in any oak, so they're refreshing and light. So that would be a middle stop before you got to a fuller-bodied white that has been aged in oak.
So you could either maybe go from champagne to rosé to a Chardonnay, or you could go champagne to rosé to a Cabernet.
You could.
Okay.
But we always like to throw one extra course in.
Okay.
Just in case we have a drinking crowd here.
Got it. So then the Chardonnay, that not only goes well with appetizers too, if you're going maybe with some cheeses, depending on your cheese, but also with your main course.
Chardonnay can go with your main course as well. I love to pick wines for a holiday that have a lot of crossover. So I like something that you could go into the next course with any of these should somebody not be inclined to drink red wine that particular night.
Gotcha.
So a rosé, of course, could take you into a main course. A fuller-bodied white, like a Chardonnay, could take you into a main course, but it's almost better appreciated on its own.
Okay. So then, main course for holidays, it's always good to have something that goes with a white and a red, correct?
Right.
Okay. And if you want a red wine on hand, you know, Pinot Noir is so popular right now, would you want to go that, or would you want to go with a Cabernet?
Well, you know, that also depends on your palate and your budget.
Okay.
So if you were looking for something very unctuous and velvety and that works in the winter, that's when people tend towards a Cabernet, and it's often a splurge because it's a holiday, and you know, you can try something from an unusual region like Paso Robles rather than your Napa Valley, and really just do something special for the holiday. But then again, it is a white meat. Turkey is white meat, and then the cranberries have the acidity, so a Pinot Noir is always a safe bet.
So basically though, your standby should be a Cab, a Chard, a Rosé, and a Sparkling.
That's a very safe lineup. That would be a safe lineup.
An all-star lineup for a very full holiday season.
Absolutely.
And if you've got a Wine 101 question for Laura, just send her an email at tasteinchicago@aol.com. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
I feel very prepared.
Happy holidays.
You too.